Alright, welcome to the start of a new anime review series. I was doing this a tad bit earlier, but I had to keep an eye on somebody who was cutting up some trees in my house. Yep. So, and actually it's like one tree and it's kind of a branch anyways. So, this one here I am discussing, an anime came out apparently the start of this very year, called Bogus Skill Fruitmaster. Our main character's name is Light. Now, the only other series I have ever come across that I can think of off the top of my head where the main character's name is Light. I mean, for a lot of people, what's usually the first series they could think of where the main character's first name is Light? Death Note. And it's set in a version of the real world. This is a fantasy setting. He has a child friend named Lena, this very beautiful woman. Yep. So, here's basically what happened. By the way, this is now the 34th series this year. Like, 34, wow. You're thinking, that's a lot. Oh yeah, it's a lot. Yep, unlike in the case on Dead Unluck, this is only 12 episodes. You're like, oh, thank God, only 12. Yep, only 12, which is good, in my opinion. Yes, so, our studio who makes this series is Ashanti Production, which, this is an old anime studio. It's been open since 1973. Now, weird thing about this studio. Apparently, it was founded in 1973. It's established as a specialized shooting studio, PR movie company, Inception Sunrise Incorporated, now part of Bandai Topical Fireworks and Tokyo Movie Studios, aka Team of Salmon, for its affiliates. This is basically apparently it's making a series on its own where it's not collab people. Since 2006. So aside from this very series, have I seen anything that they worked on? Here's a shocker. No, I haven't. Which is kind of weird. Now, here's kind of the thing with this show. This is another one of those ones where there is no dub. Though, weirdly enough, one of the anime I checked out this year just recently got a dub. You're probably thinking, which one? The 10th anime I checked out this year, which was back, I think it was February, even given the worthless appraiser class, I'm actually strongest. Yeah, they just randomly decided, oh yeah, this series is getting a dub. I'm like, what? Yeah. And you might be asking this question, what was the last series I watched where no dub? The banished former hero lives as he pleases. Yeah, that was the last one I watched where there was no dub. Not a lot of these per se. No. I mean, before that one, you probably think, what about the unique skill makes you OP, even though I think this one has a dub? Let's see. Yeah, it does. Yeah, this one's a dub. So, these are the series this year. So far as I can tell, have no dub. As of right now. And those series, the earliest one this year that currently still has no dub is Welcome to Japan itself. Yep, that one does not have a dub. I'm the Lord of Intergalactic Empire. Yandere Dark Arrow Chasing the World. This one, I think this one in particular, this one currently doesn't have a dub yet per se. I think I did hear something there was a dub going to be this one, but I haven't heard anything yet. The Other Life of Middle-Aged Online Shopping in the World. I'm the Breaker Ruin, so might as well try Master Magic. Let's see. There is also Scuba Dress Adventure series I'm currently viewing. The Shy Hero and the Assassin Princesses. the band Sheer lives pleases. Basically, this is only the 10th show this year where, as of currently, there is no dub for this one. As to the reason for this, like I said, don't know the reason why. So, we have our Light and Lena, where they dream and become adventurers together, and the whole thing is eating fruit to gain skill. There's these few random people there. So they eat their fruit, and Lena first needs the fruit. She basically gives the Sword Saint skill. And in the case of Light, they don't say in the anime, but his skill is that he's a Nut Master, which the anime they refer to as Fruitmaster for some reason. And apparently his ability is for farming, despite the fact he wanted to be an adventurer. So, yeah, and then we reveal what happened with her at the end of episode 1. So then, this is interesting. So, then we jump ahead about 3 months later, where he's not happy to be a farmer, and then randomly see this girl named Alea. Yeah, there's explaining a flashback, which they decided not to cut from the anime for some reason, where his neighbors decided to just drop her off with him to stay with him because she has nowhere else to stay. Her name is Alea. Yes. And these two are just picking fruit. They just happen to come across the same fruit that he basically come across before. He eats another one of these fruits and he gains another skill. Now, the way they explain it here is interesting, because if you know one of these fruits, you die. Now, you're probably thinking about this like, wait, eating a fruit, gaining a power skill, if you eat another one of these type of fruits, you die. You're like, that sounds like One Piece. I would say on a very small scale per se. For one thing, the fruits are basically not as big as... Basically, they're just barely they're kind of like oranges we see nowadays. Very small fruits compared to the devil fruits of One Piece, which is the size of frickin' grapefruits. Actually, or like pine cones, whatever that basically. And then apparently, the way they explain the show, these things taste nasty. Like Buggy, I remember for him, he actually swallowed. Everyone basically bit once. Like, blah, disgusting. And then they gain power. Here, in the case of this, no bad taste. And of course, Leah gets in a skill, an appraiser skill. That's not something very common in anime I've seen where a character becomes an appraiser. So, the thing is like looking at eye. Usually appraiser is usually like one of the main skills they have. This is like her main skill. And apparently, she reveals that Light's skill is Sword God. And then with this, after practicing the sword, he can be immediately assigned as adventurer. So, he gets his first quest, which is to hunt a slime. Yep, hunt a slime. And there's these higher ranking adventurers. I think they classify these people not as D. I don't think they identify what rank they were. So they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a first glorious battle, and they fire a freaking ogre, which of course Light proceeds to chop in half with ease. Basically beats it with one swing. Though he can't. The thing is not good for defense, but it's good for offensive moves. And he beats it, and of course they basically take his side and claiming, yeah, he's the one to beat him. And of course the other guy there, it's like, fine, whatever. And he gets paid 10 gold pieces, like eating pizza. And then right after this, we have an S-Rank adventure party come in, which is Sacred, and one of the members is Leah, who denies knowing him, though later on, basically, there's a reason why. So later on, well, Light and Rhea decide to go eat pizza. And then they're joined by Lena, who basically had to publicly deny because it's not because she's embarrassed, because she does not like her party at all. She despises them. Here's what they do. So, they kill a monster, but because a gust of wind just happened to blow by, the fire, one of the members launched a fire spell at this giant snake, and kills the snake, but also destroys the whole farm. And Leah is not happy with this at all. But apparently Gallus is the leader of the group. He's like, who cares? They can repent the thing. And when Leah tries to tell basically the Holy Sister about this, she has the reaction of she just doesn't give a damn. Later on, of course, his group is later accused of destroying an actual reservoir. And he just brushes it off as saying, oh, make sure you get your accuracy. So, and of course, Leah basically is not happy with the party, and of course, he just kicked out of room for S-Craze Adventures. So later, I have to come back from he about to go on a quest, and then, of course, where Light challenges him a duel, though he ends up, apparently he's very strong for S-Craze Adventure, and slices his sword in half, but then he beats him with a freaking broomstick, actually a deck broom, and beats him, and leaves the party, and tells me party members, if you leave us alone, I wouldn't. Basically, don't be a leader if you leave us alone, kind of. And they don't have a problem with it. And then later on, Leah just invites Light and Leah just to stay at her house. And there's this blue-haired girl who frequently comes by, keeps asking for the Holy Sister to see, asking to see her. She's like, I'm not going to see her. I'm not going to rejoin Sacred. And they're like, good luck not taking S-Rank Adventures, because apparently joining this party means you're S-Rank, which just doesn't make any sense at all for any form of media. So then they just take some, basically what seems like minor skills, like chopping wood, killing rats, basically take all these quests, which they accomplish no problem. But, excuse me, I only got 4 gold pieces instead of like 10,000 like they did with the Ogre. And, well, at least like, man, we're really doing this pizza. And of course, make a vow. And of course, they actually have a name for the party, which translates as Incomplete Light. Yes. Let's see. What was the name of the party? It's Luxira. Yep. And then, of course, by the end of the episode, they're assigned S-Rank Quest. But overall, really good first 2 episodes. Yep, 2 down, 10 to go. And I'll reveal what anime I'm doing next to this one, because I do have another anime ready to go. Yep. So yeah, that's particularly a particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up, a comment corner, and then it's on to, well, back to Fruitmaster. Okay, thanks for that. Bye.